Hey guys, what's up? It's Finley. Um, I've been really, first of all, I just want to apologize to every single person who is subscribed to me, who knows and watches my contributions on Tranny Star Galactica, all the people who follow my blog. I'm really sorry for not updating and not being present. I've had a little bit of employment drama, which I think I touched on in my last video, and I kind of, after all that happened, felt like taking a break from talking about transition related things. Not because I don't think anyone's going to find it and make a big stink about it, but because I just needed to focus on healing myself for a while. And it wasn't a big deal, but I just needed some space to think about what my next move is going to be. And I feel pretty confident that I'm going to deal well with what happens in the future. So I'm back making videos with a renewed vigor and writing in my blog. Um, Actually, I'm going to post the link to my transition blog in the underbar, and you please go read, comment, kindly, unkindly. I don't really care. I write mostly about my own transition. I don't write about trans-related politics or anything like that. Um, Most of it's just about my own transition and what's going on with me, but I also like to keep a vlog because there are people who are interested in hearing my vocal changes, and obviously those are happening pretty quickly. So that's kind of the perfect segue into the subject of this video, which is my 11-month date on testosterone, which was technically yesterday. It is Wednesday, um, October 12th at 3 a.m. I've been having problems sleeping. I think I'm trying to reset myself after working graveyards for a month, and it's not working out really well. So, um, but yesterday, 11 weeks on testosterone, uh, a lot of changes in this second month that are kind of blowing my mind. I'll start with the top and I'll work my way to the bottom. Hair density on my head. Uh, it's How do I explain this and make sense at the same time? Um, it's more dense, but and it's thick and it's coarse, but it's thinning. And that's a genetics thing. My dad is completely bald. I know that he bicks his head and shaves it. Um, my brother's hairline is receding a little bit too, so I know what to expect as far as hair loss is concerned. But my grandfather has a completely full head of hair, so I don't know. Maybe my dad's not as bald as he would like people to think he is. But yeah, my my hair is definitely changing texture, definitely growing faster, but at the same time it falls out a little bit. I don't know, it's weird. So whatever. Um, Hair on my face. Uh, Peach fuzz abounds. I shave probably once a week, if I remember. And if I'm in the mirror at a red light and I notice that I'm getting kind of scraggly, I'll shave it, just because I want it to grow in course. So my theory is that the more I shave, the more I make it a regular habit of doing it at least once a week. Um, as the testosterone levels in my body increase and as facial hair starts to grow, it won't be that like weird, you know, tranny pube face, I think is what I've been calling it. Um, so I'm trying to keep the peach fuzz under control as much as possible. And it is starting to come in. My sideburns are getting a little longer. I can feel it on my neckline. I can feel some on my cheek. Um, my lady told me that she can kind of feel stubble on my upper lip, and a little. like right down here in my soul patular region. So yeah, facial hair is starting to come in a little bit, slowly but surely, and I'm just fine with that. Muscular development. My shoulders are getting very, very broad, and very beefy. Um, the best way to describe my body type would be to say that I'm like a fratty kind of, not chubby, but like I'm definitely stocky and I am shaped like a rectangle. And so uh, my body, my weight is starting to redistribute. I have no hips anymore at all. I didn't really have any pre-testosterone, so I was anticipating that what little I did have would go away, and I was correct. And it's shown up nowhere else on my body, so I'm assuming that that's just weight that I lost because of the testosterone and the way my eating habits have kind of changed for the better, which is kind of cool. Um, but I don't really have hip anymore. Um, my kind of weird uh, belly fat is it looks different. I don't think it's gone away, but it's just kind of shifting, and I'm starting to fill out in other places. So it's like all starting to equal out. And so now I'm just straight up and down, and I look like a little linebacker, which is kind of cool. Um, I dig that look personally. So um, arm hair and other assorted body hair. Um, arm hair is growing, not as much as I thought. Um, but I have like those little patches of hair on your hands that are starting to come in, and that's kind of cool. But it's nothing to write home about for right now. Although, as I said, I was hairy to begin with before I started testosterone, so um, it's coming in. Probably not as quickly as I thought it would, which isn't why I'm noticing it as much, but it's coming. My legs, on the other hand, um, holy shit. Um, I'm starting to get coarser hair on the inside of my thighs. On the tops and the sides, of course, are growing out of control. I'd show you, but that's just gross. Um, for me, and I'm sitting here in my boxer briefs right now, so, but there's, and I don't even know if you could see it anyway because the lighting here is so bad, but my leg hair is definitely full tilt male, at this point. So I'm probably going to take pictures of things that I've noticed. I think now that they're obvious enough, and post them on Facebook. I'll post a link to my Facebook, also in the underbar, so you guys can add me, if you'd like. Trans people. I'm trying to form more of like a cohesive trans community for myself on the interwebs. So I'll just go ahead and post all my social networking shit down below, and you guys can check me out. Um, so yeah, hair, uh, leg, legs. I have pretty muscular legs, but some of the subcutaneous fat that had been there before is gone. And the shape of my legs are starting to change and become more masculine, which is kind of cool. Um, I have hair on my stomach. Um, it's pretty dark, and it's coming in fast. And I've noticed a dusting of chest hair, um, that's pushing its way up ever so slowly. Um, Obviously, my voice is changing. Part of that might be because it's so early in the morning and your voice is always lower. Um, what else? Um, I feel like the shape of my face is different. At the same time, it's narrowed out, but it's bigger. I don't know, it's like that hair thing. It's dense, but it's thin at the same time. Um, my complexion leaves a little to be desired, but it's not that bad. Um, I decided not to take the doxycycline. Um, it's really cheap because I have insurance. I think to fill it the first time it was like $8. But I'm not trying to destroy my liver, so um, I stopped, and now I just wash my face, and I have like Proactive and Neutrogena and all that shit. So it seems to do the job, and I'll get the occasional like stress breakout, but other than that, it's not so bad. Um, not having any issues binding. Holy shit, I'm already at 11 minutes, so I'm probably gonna have to split this up. This video will be about changes though. So the last change, genital growth is growing. Um, I that's not really a source of dysphoria for me, so I really don't care what happens down there. But it's cool. I don't mind it. It's a side effect of the testosterone for sure. So things downstairs are moving right along. Um, anyway, I was saying I just bought it a couple new binders, a size smaller than I had before, so that's kind of cool. I'm getting a really solid bind out of them. No binding injuries yet. Shoulders are a little sore from squeezing into it, but that'll even out as they stretch out a little bit. So anyway, that's it for part one, but I will be back with part two. Bye.